back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Today's show is steaks with green beans sautéed. It's show number 251. Let's start out with the ingredients. 2 scallions that we're going to cut up. I have some green beans. We're going to need to knock the ends off of these. Cherry tomatoes. Just a package like this. Careful, these lids come apart sometime. I just filled up a container with them for the amount that I think is appropriate. And you can also see the ingredients on the YouTube right below where my name is, or you can see at the website, which is jamestdds.blogspot.com. Worcestershire sauce, some sugar. Now I'm using stevia, trivia, whatever the stuff is for diabetics. You can use that or you can use real sugar. And then you need some sherry vinegar, so I've measured that out. I cut a chunk off the block and I'm going to grate it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare things with a marinade and the tomatoes. So I've already washed the beans and now I'm ready to get going cutting things up here. Take a swig of coffee, everybody. Every time you take a swig of coffee, an Italian gets his wings. I don't know if that's the correct story or not. Beans. I'm just going to hold on to these because I pulled them out like that. And I'm going to try to make this in what my mother would call one fell swoop. That would be throw them on the floor in one fell swoop. I think that's about all you need to do for these. Let's taste them. Well, green beans are good. Now that I have these all set like this, let's go ahead and knock them down. Sounds like the cake is done in the oven. So we'll just finish cutting these and nice and slow here. Slow and deliberate where I can see all my fingers. I have enough lights going here to light me up that I may have some airplanes trying to land here in the out here in the pond at the condo building. So the cakes look good. I stuck them with a toothpick to make sure you pull them out, they come out clean. That means the cakes are done. So now I set them on racks to cool. I need to make this marinade sauce. So I'm just going to put the beans in here and then the scallions. Try to move a few things around here a little bit. I need a bigger kitchen. So I have a goal when I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to get a new bigger kitchen. Here we go with the scallions. So you do the rocking motion. Now really you're supposed to hold the knife here like this. But I always hold it back further, and I don't know if it's because of this knife that it feels better for me than my old knives, and that's why I was holding it back like that. But you just want to go nice and slow. Look and make sure you like the material that you have here. If there's any material you don't like, just pitch it. You keep eating it, they'll keep growing it. There's no shortage of scallions. Nice and slow, just like that. There we go. Now we'll just scoop that up. Wow, they smell really good. The rascals want to roll all over the place though. Now we have to do tomatoes. hopefully everybody has seen this trick already. I hope I'm not telling you anything new here. You just take 2 lids like this, like that, depending on, and then you're just going to put it however holds best. Put some pressure down on there like that, and just cut across, nice and slow. Take your time. Now you've accomplished a squish and cut. I'm not sure if that is a technical term or not. I may have just invented a new term. The next thing we need to do is to mix up our marinade for the tomatoes and for the scallions. So let's start out by putting some of our vinegar in here, like that. And then I'm going to put the sugar in nice and slow here while I whisk in this. After you get that mixed together, pour that in with your tomatoes and your scallions. And then we can pitch this. Does everybody know how to do this? You're going to push out and up. If you do it differently than this, you have to clean it up off the floor or off the ceiling. Looks fantastic. Now let's do our cheese. Breaks up. Whatever's left is for me to eat. But I'm not going to make the mistake of eating like I just did with the beans on camera. Now we have our cheese. Doesn't that look nice? It's freshly grated. Not sure what grated is, but it's freshly grated. I can't advertise until I get 1,000 viewers. So as soon as I get 1,000 viewers, I'll start running contests. I got some appliances I'm going to give away, and I'll be able to promote where I buy a lot of this stuff from. I have a cheese grater like you get when you go to a real fine dining room restaurant. And you won't find this thing at a grocery store or you know, a big box store. But I have some sources for some stuff, and I buy food wholesale, so I can tell you guys all that kind of stuff. And when you see me with aluminum foil sheets, you're not going to buy that at the grocery store, you know, or these parchment paper sheets that are the exact size for the cookie sheet. So a lot of this stuff I've sourced out through the years of cooking, try to find the stuff. And my friend that worked in a restaurant, he helped me too, because he knows where they buy the stuff for the restaurants. Now I have the mix all set, and this has to sit and marinate. I'm going to set a few ingredients aside here. I'm changing plans, so I lit the barbecue grill, and because of the weather conditions, I'm going to change my plan. Instead of making fresh biscuits, I'm going to go with a fresh loaf of bread, and I'm just going to cut this in half, nice and slow, and then I'm going to wrap it in a paper towel that's wet. I'm going to put it on a plate, and then I'm going to microwave it for a few seconds, and it'll steam this soft and hot. So for now, I'm just going to set it aside until I'm ready for it. And now we're going to work with the steaks. I have a 2-pack here. So I'm going to cut open this 2-pack. I have a seal-a-meal unit that when I bring things home, I open the package and I seal them with my sealer. Do not store meat in the refrigerator or the freezer in the container that it came from. It leaks and it will dehydrate your steaks. Now, all you need to do with these is salt and pepper. And then we're going to throw it on the grill. Now I have the grill on high, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to low. If it goes out, because it's windy and storming. I'm just going to turn it way down low on the one side. And then put the steaks on the grill. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to turn off the right side, and I'm going to crank the left side up to high just to get those going, because that burner is already hot. I've had it going for at least 5 minutes. Let's turn these rascals over. I'm trying to cook them first. Once I get them cooked, then I'm going to move them over into the fire and char them. So I'm going to go out and go check the steaks right now. Does everybody know about the chart of rare, medium, and well? It's 145, 160, and 170. So you have to use a digital thermometer to check it. And some digital thermometers come with a sheath with the information on it. I'll post it down below in the instructions and also on the web at jamestdds.blogspot.com. Let's go check the steaks. So that's 158 right now, going to 160. So this is it. This is done. I'm turning these off. We'll pull these off here and take them back to the table. And as usual, I'm changing my menu a little bit as I'm cooking. I think of things that I want to do or change. In this case, I decided to go ahead and add in a couple of potatoes. I have just 2 left out of the package. These are just the small little potatoes. I rinsed them off in the sink. I believe in only rinsing them once, and I like to rinse them before I cut them or do anything else with them. Then I'm just poking them with a fork so they don't blow up in the microwave. And then I have some butter that I'm going to put here. So I'm just going to take my potatoes and just set them down inside here like this, and I'm going to throw them in the microwave. Now I have a 700 watt microwave. Yours may be different. So try it for a minute or so, see if they're soft. That's how you know when your potatoes are done, if they're soft. Let's go ahead and start to serve some of this out. I have the bowl with a serving spoon. Sounds like the potatoes are done. This is going to be a big, delicious salad. Healthy for you with the beans, tomatoes. Look at that. And then of course you have to do salt and pepper one more time. I'm holding my hand over the shaker, but it falls in a smaller cone. Look at those. Those look delicious. And then I have the bread. So the bread is all set, ready to go in the microwave, and I'm going to pull the potatoes out. Here's the potatoes. They're doing the backstroke right now in the butter. And if you put a fork in them and the fork goes in real easy, they're done. So look at that, huh? Wow. Just gonna split them open, just like that. I can scoop some of this butter in them. So I'm gonna take them out of this dish and we'll put them on the plate. Look at that, huh? Those are gonna be delicious. And of course, those get salt and pepper. You know, the neat thing is when you cook with pepper, pepper has oil in it. And if you're putting pepper in a frying pan, especially with a cracked pepper, it leaches the oil out into your food, and that gives you a level of taste. Just like salt gives you a level of taste, or sugar does, and then you use vinegar with sugar. And I don't know that because I'm a chef. I'm a big reader. I read stuff, I read cookbooks, I read recipes, I look for ideas. And I have a wet towel around it. Now these steaks, I pulled them off the grill and they have to rest for a few minutes. And it's gone from being damp to being dry and steaming. So that should be really good. The steaks have been resting. The potatoes are resting. I have the salad ready to go. Let's go ahead and plate one of these up for Barb. Steak, potato, bread. There's another one. Steak, potato. Ooh, that's hot. This should be fairly cool. Now I'm taking this soft butter, which is kind of clarified now. I'm just pouring it right inside like this. There you go. I'm going to have to close it back up again. I have to let it sit. I'm going to put everything on the table. So this is it for the meal. Thanks for watching. Come back and see us again soon. Goodbye for now.